Hello, fellow scouts. Have you ever been on your way to an Eagle Scout Court of Honor and you notice while you're looking at your shoulder, you're like, wow, my numbers are falling off? I've been there. So here's what you gotta do. You gotta take out a sewing needle, some thread, and just quickly wrap that boy up. But here's how to stay out of that situation. You start off with a good stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and teach you guys how to sew your numbers on quite well so that they don't fall off. And here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need scissors, you're going to need a sewing needle, and you're going to need thread that hopefully matches your numbers or your patches. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we're actually going to go ahead and sew the patch on now. So I'm going to go ahead and just place it on a shirt just so I know where it's going. And I went ahead, cut a thread about 2 feet long just so I have enough. So I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot at one end so it doesn't slip through when we're sewing. And how I'm going to knot it is I'm going to wrap it around my finger like that, and I'm just going to keep on wrapping. And what that's going to do is it's going to make the knot extra thick. Double thick. Can I get a side of thick? And you're going to have a knot just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it all the way to the other end. So now I'm going to thread this through the needle. This does take practice. You're not going to be perfect the first time, but that's okay. And I go ahead and I thread it all the way through, about 5 inches, so it doesn't uncome down, unthread itself while I'm sewing. Because that's a bummer, baby. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to stick these pins into the patch so it stays in place while I'm sewing, because working with it, it can get off center, it can just get messy, so it's going to be good. So in order to place these, I'm putting my hand inside so I don't actually pin it to the other side of the sleeve, making it unusable. I'm going to stick this through, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it. Just like that. Be sure not to pin yourself. If you have a thimble and you want to wear it. I don't judge. And I'm going to do the same to this side. Just like that. Good. Alright, now we are good to go. Here I have it pinned, here I have my needle, and I'm going to start sewing. Now basically the main idea for sewing is you may want to feel the urge to do big stitches in order to get done quicker, or because that's just what you're feeling at the moment. But let me just say that you shouldn't, and you should go for about 1/8 of an inch. Just because it's more sturdy, it will definitely keep it in place for longer, and it will look nicer. And as scouts, we want to look our best, because we are handsome young men. So I'm going to go ahead and poke it up from the inside of the shirt to the outside on this corner, like that. And I'm going to pull it all the way through. And as you can see, when I pull on the thread, you can see that the knot is staying in place. So I'm going to go 1/8 of an inch this way, pushing it back into it, and I'm going to catch it with my hand on the inside of the shirt, pulling it all the way through again, just like that. And I'm going to repeat the process, trying to keep it as consistent as possible, because while your stitches may not be 100% alike, the same length, as long as they're consistent, you're going to look fabulous. So, pushing in. And being straight up, sometimes your fingers get sweaty, so you need to dry them off on your pants or your shirt in order to be able to grip the needle. So, pulling it all the way through, poking it up from the other side, just like that. That. Cool. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep on doing this for the entirety of the patch. Pulling it tight. Pushing it. And pulling it. just like that. So I will go ahead and finish this patch up, and I'll show the results at the end. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I sewed around the entire border of the patch. As you can see, tight stitches, it's quite secure. I'm pulling and I'm tugging and it's not coming up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go on the inside of the shirt. So I'm going to flip my shirt inside out. So you're going to see what I see. Well, of course you are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just, honestly, just grab some fabric, nowhere specific. Because what we're trying to do is anchor this end down so it doesn't come loose and the entire patch becomes undone and our time has been wasted. So like I did in the beginning, tying the first knot, I'm going to see this loop, stick my needle in it, wrap my needle in it because I like doing it. Then I'm going to pull my needle through with the thread and I'm just going to pull tight and you're good. So go ahead, trim your excess edges. You don't need those. They're just gonna tickle your arms at that Eagle Scout Court of Honor. So, cool, it's done. It's looking cute. Now you're ready to go eat some free food and have a good time. Best of luck, and thank you for coming.